So, hi everybody to the Saturday support call. And I already see a hand. Deborah, can you unmute?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so I wanted to release on pride.
Okay.
I, I didn't realize that pride, I was, I guess, using it to protect myself or, to have a way of approval. So I wanted to release on pride.
Okay. So, what do you like about this approval pride thing? Is there a gain?
Well, I thought it was a good thing to make me feel good
I
about
think
myself.
many of us do, since most of us live in a way lower state of energy or emotion. So for some people, pride is really good because they are often, or the longest time of their lives, below that state of energy, below that emotional state. So that's probably for some people good. Pride is
Mm.
higher than anger and is higher than lust, is higher than fear, is higher than grief, is higher than apathy. And it comes right below the courage. So it's just one step from courage. It's what I'm mentioning here right now is the charts of emotions. Um, it's a list of emotional states that we went through
Mm-hmm.
until we don't anymore. So, but what would be a gain for you acting that pride out?
And it just made me feel good about myself. You
Okay.
know,
And do you want to change this?
not really, but I want to feel free. So, yeah, so I gotta do something.
Okay. Could you stop resisting it?
Resisting pride?
Mm,
Yes.
okay.
Um, yeah,
And how do you feel right now?
a little bit confused.
Okay. Are you wanting to know?
Mm, now I feel that my answer is coming up as no because I don't know what it is that I wanted to know. I just didn't feel great when you asked me that question. Ah,
Okay. So maybe I do a group release and we just look for something attached or some aversion regarding pride.
okay.
Yes? Okay.
So you want me to go back on mute? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes. And then I check in with you after that release.
Um,
Okay.
Let's
Okay.
try that. Mhm.
Christoph, before we do the group release, could
Yes.
you kind of clarify? There are different types of pride. You know, there's a pride in one's work and just maybe work ethic or doing a good job, just in terms of whatever the circumstances. And then there's this sense of pride. Well, he
Where the
did
nose
this
is a little bit
wrong thing to
higher.
me. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sorry, say that again.
Where the nose is a little bit higher of the one who's acting with that pride.
Right, exactly, which is not necessarily the same thing with feeling a certain amount of self-satisfaction with their job or with whatever the task is. So pride can feel there's this kind of negative sensation, and I'm only speaking for myself. So let me just kind
Yeah,
of
I get you.
preface it by that
That's
I
correct.
can
I
feel
think everybody can agree.
I'm sorry.
I think everybody can agree that there's a
Okay.
positive thing about this and a not so positive one.
Okay, perfect. Got it.
Okay. So,
Okay. 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 All righty.
let's mute. So, okay, so whatever this pride thing brings up for you, if it is positive or negative, could you allow yourself to be in touch with that for now, with that memory? And then notice any wanting to do anything with or about or against this. Any wanting to fix it or change it, get rid of it, understand it, even leave it as it is. As well as any underlying wanting control, approval, security, separation, oneness. And then also notice that that pride thing means something about anybody or anything. That there is a relation. And then could you just let that go as best you can? And could you just simply allow yourself to notice what's beyond pride energy, beyond pride emotion, beyond good and bad pride? And then could you just open a little bit more to the possibility that you can use pride energy whenever that feels good for you, whenever the heart wants to have it. Whenever the flow looks like having a pride energy. There's really nothing wrong with having some pride about a hard day's work or something that has been accomplished. Why not then being a little bit in that energy or with that energy? And then could you allow yourself to remember anything about pride that's negative, that you don't like? People who have shown up in that energy and you didn't like it. Probably they did some shit and were damn proud on it. Look what shit I did. And could you just simply welcome whatever that brings up inside? And then notice too any wanting to do anything with, about, or against this, or any wanting to distinguish, any wanting to judge or label. As well as any underlying wanting if there is. And then could you also notice any sense of identity with that? That pride, bad pride in this case, means something about this person.
Where's my little baby? Where's my little baby?
And then could you just allow that to dissolve? And allow yourself to notice what's beyond pride, what's aware of pride. Allowing for all kind of pride, yet unaware, yet aware, but unaffected by it. So that's the word. And let's focus on the good part of the pride emotional state or energy. Could you just simply allow yourself to welcome something, a feeling or thought or memory that's related to a good example of pride, where people approved of each other, where parents approved of their children's accomplishments. And then could you welcome whatever that brings up inside of you? And then could you also notice or welcome any wanting to fix it, change it, hold on to it, release it, understand it? Never use it because it's an emotional energy. But it's also, this kind of pride is also a little bit more of an accepting energy. There is a part of acceptance in that. Parents are proud on their children's accomplishments. That has to do with acceptance. That's not just only the state of pride. And then could you just welcome whatever is right here, right now, inside of you? Whatever thought or feeling. And then notice any wanting associated with that, any wanting to fix it, change it, get rid of it. And also notice or welcome any sense of identity with any of that, any appearance that it is about someone or something. Could be you or others or other things. And as best you can, could you just simply allow that to dissolve, to be as it was, to let go? And then could you just simply allow yourself to welcome acceptance energy instead? And could you expand into that? Oh, Deborah, let's check again. Can you unmute yourself?
Oh, I've definitely had a shift.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because I was doing an exercise, what am I proud of? And so
Yes.
the items that I put on as far as what I was proud of are also things that I'm grateful for.
Right. And that sounds like acceptance or peace energy to me. That's way higher.
Yeah. Um, but at the same time, so, but if I'm releasing on those things that I was proud of, it's because I felt like it was wanting approval. So can I also release one round of wanting approval?
Yes, of course. So are you
'Cause-
still
Yeah,
aware of that wanting right now?
to be approved of because of these items that I wrote that I was proud of. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And is there any other wanting connected to that? Any wanting security or separation oneness or control? Or is it just a pure wanting approval?
Approval.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
And could you allow yourself to want approval for that as much as you do?
Ugh, no.
No. Could you resist wanting approval as much as you do
Yes.
for that? Mhm. Could you at least accept that you resisted wanting approval?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Ugh,
could you resist wanting approval for those things that you just mentioned?
no.
Mhm. Could you accept wanting approval?
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm.
How does it feel now? I think something is happening.
Yeah, there's a shift. I couldn't tell you what it is. And I don't know if I've let go of pride. So I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. Is there
But
anything else coming up about that issue right now? Any thoughts or memories?
just that I always thought it was a good thing, except for when I read the Bible, then it was, oh, it's not a good thing. So then I just wouldn't tell people I knew that were Christians that I felt proud about stuff. Hmm. Did we lose him?
Whom?
Oh, okay. I didn't see you for a moment. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, it happened to me as well. I think Ronnie came into the call. He was for a second on the
Oh,
screen.
yeah.
So whenever you see the good part of the pride energy, remember that there's an acceptance energy built into that.
Hmm. Yeah. Because I also feel grateful for them too. But I mean, it was part of the exercise, so I wrote down what was I proud of.
The
All
funny
right.
thing is,
Well,
you somehow also see through the whole illusion. I think that's what's not satisfying you about this anymore. I think you already see that the sprite thing is an illusion, and you're questioning it. So I think there's deeper truth underlying already.
there's something. I mean, I can just allow whatever is coming up. I have no idea.
Right. Maybe
I don't
that's
want to
enough for
try to.
today about this. And
Yeah.
it will show up whenever it shows up again. And from my experience, we release um, all all kind of energy with all kind of releasing. So it's not so important to go for the next pride release, in my experience. It will show up if
Okay.
it shows up, but so what? We don't have to hook on to that and find more. I mean, if
Oh,
it
all right.
feels that way for you, you can do it. You can also put the word pride into a cleanup and do a cleanup around pride. Did pride appear to try to control me or myself or my body mind, or did it feel that way?
No, it didn't feel that way.
Then you're cooked. At least with that wanting.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
it's just an
Well, I can
idea.
you. Well, just really quickly, I know you have to go, but how do I do attachment and aversion to pride? Maybe that will help me.
Right. So, as I was asking you, what is a good thing about, what's a bad thing about, or what do you like about, or what do you dislike about? And then
Oh,
welcome whatever that brings up inside of you, and then welcome any underlying wanting and any wanting to do anything with or about or against this, and then any sense of identity, and then let go. I mean, you probably let go in between already if you do the
right.
process.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. And
Yes.
thank you for recording this call so I can watch it
Likes,
again.
likes and dislikes, or you can also ask, what is the worst thing that could happen with that? It's really just checking what that brings up inside of you, and then check on the wanting, check on the identity, and then let go.
Got it.
And you can do whenever it feels good for you to do it. I know I have different moods of releasing as well. When something feels correct to do, I do it. And if not, then it was not correct for this moment or not the right thing to do. And I also, in the past, tried sometimes. My mind was telling me, use this release for this thing. And then I tried, and then I noticed, it's not working. It's not the right thing to do. And then I picked spontaneously something different, and I noticed, oh, it's a big release. So we need to use the technique or the Sedona method also intuitively, in the moment when we need it. And as open as possible. If somebody is asking you releasing questions, allow it to be as broad or as wide for you, in the sense for in allowing for a release to happen as it can be. But that will also come with time. If you do it
Okay.
longer, you will discover even more. I do it now for 14 years, and I still discover new things. I noticed just during the last year that for me, when I do a cleanup procedure on people or things, the final questions of this are now way more intensive for me working. If I have to decide for nothing or no one, it just pops and I'm cooked. And that's wasn't the thing in the first years. Even though I actually understood that, but it went a bit deeper. Yes.
Hmm.
Take everything for releasing. If you join a Hail seminar or retreat or call, if he's starting talking, I just release. And he doesn't have to give a release to anybody. It's just the energy or the field of releasing, letting go, and then you let go.
Okay.
Anyway,
Well, thank you again.
thank you too, Deborah.
Okay.
So we have more
Yeah.
hands. Let's check on those hands. Mika?
Hi, Christoph.
Hi.
Hi. I have a question for assistance, if that's possible. I went to visit my mother today, and it's been a few weeks after in a row I went there, and first again maybe I've noticed the last few times I was really able to, well, just be there and just show up.
Yes.
But today something else happened, and I noticed there was a lot of disapproval coming my way from my younger brother, my partner, my mother, and I was like, "What's happening?"
Okay.
And so that, and it's also it made me feel a lot of things, and I get confused, and then it's too much.
Yes.
So that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So could you just simply allow yourself to welcome up here now that memory of today's family gathering, be
Mm-hmm.
together or get together?
Yeah.
And then also notice how that feels right now. If there's any resistance to
Yeah.
what has been experienced.
Yeah.
And
I've
by the
noticed.
way, even though I talk with you, that's a group release, definitely.
Oh, okay.
A release along the way with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
already noticed that. So the
regards to
resist.
the approval and disapproval of family.
And also the resistance to it. You don't want to feel like that. Yeah, because of them or something like that. Because, but it's not. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Yes. I don't notice any wanting to fix that or change it or understand it, release it,
Yeah.
as well as any underlying wanting for control or controlling back or
Yeah.
approval or
Controlling
approval back.
back. Yeah. 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 And also a bit wanting to be right. Okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's an anger part, wanting to be right.
Sorry?
It's an anger energy too, that
Okay.
wanting to be right.
Yeah, I felt anger too. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay.
Then could you also notice how personal that appears to be? It's my family.
Mano.
My family judged me, and this is what happened to me.
Yeah. Poor me.
Me, even the victim, me.
Yeah.
I released so hard and I did nothing wrong. Why do they disapprove of me?
Yes, yes, yes.
And for me, that happened 100 times the same way. I released and then I went to them and it was totally perfect. And the next time I went to them, that was bullshit.
Yeah. Blah.
They treated me like the little kid again.
Yeah. Yes, really.
They told me and I started releasing.
Oh, yeah.
Also notice any wanting to be done with that,
Yeah, really.
to maintain or hold on to that state of being quiet when they are around.
Yeah. Yeah. Also making myself smaller. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's also what's happened. Yeah.
That's how it feels. If they treat you like a little
Yeah.
kid, then it looks like they don't know what you have accomplished in your life.
Yeah, it's
They don't see the
yeah.
person that's sitting actually in front of them.
Yeah. And again, it feels very personal again.
But you
Yeah.
allow it.
Yes.
Allow
Yeah.
it to feel as personal as it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what's beyond family? Yet allowing for family. What is family in actuality?
Hmm.
What are they in actuality?
Not a lot. Oh, that's really strange. And my mind goes, ah! Hmm. But it's also feeling good to just let go and be.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does
Thank
it feel
you.
about this? Is there still anything about this, or is it good for now?
No, it's good for now. It feels complete. Thank you very much.
And I like to remember again, I don't know if you know that, the cleanup procedure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
From time
Yeah.
to time, if it feels good for you, maybe use it for the whole family or for family members.
Yeah.
Uh, my
Yeah.
parents have been probably the most times in that cleanup. My
And I
parents,
just learned the fifth way way. And
Mhm.
it's also very helpful to
The one who wanted to control.
yes, yeah.
Yes.
And then I go really quickly. So that's thanks because but now I was so wind up in this that I
Yes.
couldn't it's just
That's
didn't
why
pop
I
up.
was asking the question, what is your family in actuality?
Yeah. 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 And then it shifted and then I my well, it's yeah.
Yes.
I've yeah. Yeah. And also the question what's beyond it's really yeah, great. Yeah, then it goes whoo. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mm.
So, do we have more issues or any gains? Does anybody want to share a gain?
Hi,
Hi, Rosie.
my gain is that I feel more confident. I
Okay,
feel,
good.
I feel more free to just be myself.
Yes.
And but I still have an issue though.
Would you say that again? I didn't catch that.
Even though I feel confident, I still have an issue that I would love to release on today with
Okay.
your help.
Okay. What's that issue about? Is that a feeling or an emotional state or a topic?
Um, it could be an emotional state,
Okay.
and um, this is what it looks like. I go from I can't. After releasing, I go to I can do this. I can,
Yes.
I know I can. But then I get stuck in the I can, and I have a hard time going to the I did it and feeling great about it myself. So when I get stuck in the I can, I sabotage myself. I beat myself up because I know that I can, but yet I haven't done it. So then I would love to be able to come from the I did it. I can't turn it into I can. I know I can. I know how to do it.
Yes.
And get it into the I did it.
What do you feel attached about I can? What do you like about I can?
Just the knowing that I can. I know that I can. I
Okay.
know that I
And
did
is there any
it.
wanting attached to that? Any wanting to maintain or any wanting to
Yeah.
have that again?
I think it's the pride.
Mm-hmm. And then could you allow yourself to be in touch with that?
Yes.
Look what I have accomplished.
Yeah.
I did this.
I did it.
But
But
who
then
did
there's
it
a
in,
shame in
but who
that.
did it in actuality, Rosie?
What's that?
Who did that in actuality?
The ego.
And who did the ego?
I did.
And who did that?
Hmm. I don't know.
Good. That's a good answer.
Good.
And what do you don't like about that I can energy? What do you dislike about this?
That I expect myself to do it, but I don't.
Is that an energy of postponing or?
Yeah.
And what do you think do you get from that? Is it control, approval, security, separation, oneness?
Control.
And could you want to control as much as you do?
Yes.
And could you let go wanting to control?
Yes.
And allow yourself to have control instead?
Yes. There's a little confusion in that word control, because when we talk about controlling, releasing is the sense of wanting to change something. But when I talk about control in my non-releasing vocabulary, wanting control is like wanting to do things my way, whenever I want to, and if I want to. That's the type of control that, and so I get in my mind, it's like there's confusion about that.
Yes. Are you wanting to figure that out? Are you wanting to get that clear?
Yes.
And is that coming from a wanting control, approval, security, separation, oneness?
Safety, wanting safety, wanting to be safe.
And could you also notice how personal that feels, that wanting safety?
Yes. Yes.
Then could you just simply notice the safety that's right here, right now, instead of wanting it?
Yes.
So what's in the way between you and the energy of I can? Is there something in the way?
Yeah, wanting safety, wanting to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of safety.
Okay. And would you let go of that lack of safety feeling? If you could.
Yes.
When?
Now.
And could you allow yourself to notice the safety that's right here and now?
Yes.
Let's check one more time. What's between you and the energy of I can? The energy of acceptance, the energy of courage. What's in the way?
What's in the way? Excuse me.
No problem.
It's the outcome, fear of the outcome.
Okay. And what's the worst thing that could happen?
Rejection.
And are you wanting to avoid that rejection?
Yes.
Mhm. Could you let go of that wanting to avoid rejection?
Yes.
And is there more wanting? Control, approval, security, separation, oneness?
Secure. Yeah, separation.
And could you also let that wanting separation go?
Yes.
As well as any identity with that?
Yes.
And how do you feel now about the energy of I can?
I feel more quiet, but the body, there's a lot of energy in the body, like a lot of anxiety.
And could you allow yourself, or could you allow the body to appear as anxious as it does?
Yes.
And then could you allow it to be as courageous as it is possible?
Yes.
And could you allow the body to appear as anxious as it does,
Yes.
or as negative as it does?
Yes. Hmm.
And could you allow it to be as courageous as it is?
Yes. That feels really good. Like, I never thought that the body could be courageous. I thought it was like just in the mind, but it's the body as well. So it's really,
It
really
may
nice.
feel that way, yes. Or maybe you just notice the source of the courage.
Okay.
Mhm. So how does it feel now, Rosie?
I feel more present
Mhm.
and more clear.
And more what? What was the last?
Clear,
Still fear?
clarity.
Clear. I was understanding fear. Okay. No, clear is way better than fear.
Yeah.
Okay. So could you just allow yourself to rest in or as that clarity,
Yes.
to be as clear as you are?
Yes.
Mhm. And is there still anything in the way between you and being clear?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hmm.
So, anybody else? Any request for releasing assistance or any ideas for a group release or any sharing gains or questions related to the Sedona method? Everybody's quiet
Yes.
today. Oh, Claudia. Yes. Speak up.
Hello, thank you.
Hello.
So, yeah. So my question, I wanted to let go too much wanting, and control.
You wanted to let go too much wanting?
Yes.
Okay. So could you let go wanting to let go of wanting?
Not really.
Is there any wanting attached to that? Any wanting control, approval, security, separation, oneness?
Yeah, security.
Could you want security as much as you do in this case?
Yes.
Mhm. And could you let go wanting security just for now?
Yes.
So how are you now?
Mm, it's better. I feel easier now.
Okay.
Just
And is there anything between you and that feeling easier? Anything that needs attention right now?
hmm. Uh, yeah, it's for me, it's really, really strong nowadays, the comparing. And I realized I felt maybe not enough. That's why I was doing this. And sometimes,
Okay.
yeah,
Is there any not feeling enough right now here in that moment? Are you aware of that?
yeah,
Mhm. And then could you allow yourself to be or to appear as not enough as much as you do,
yes,
just for this release? And then could you allow
yes.
yourself to be as enough as you are?
Oh, not really.
That's not a good idea. Could you
Sorry, I
resist
log
being
myself.
enough? What did you say?
Just I log myself because um I don't know, just sometimes I felt maybe I was too lazy, and after I was doing a lots of things, and after I stop and again, I do both, and I don't know, just I feel it's irritate me because I don't want to stop, and yeah.
In this moment, can you still find the one who has that issue if you don't go into the memory?
Fear. I realized fear and yeah,
Could you allow yourself to fear as much as you do?
not really.
Then could you allow yourself to allow as best as you can?
Yes.
And then could you allow yourself to fear as much as you do? To feel as attached to that or to want to control or change it?
Yes.
And could you just simply be okay with that memory of fear as best as you can?
Yes.
Could you also let go of wanting to use that memory of feeling of fear to get back to fear again?
Yes.
And could you just simply allow yourself to open for a more positive outcome rather than a
Yes.
fear projection?
Yes.
How do you feel now, Claudia?
It's absolutely better. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So we still have a little time. So I just do a little group release. I will keep this as open as possible. So in this moment, could you just simply allow yourself to just sit back and be as best as you can? And then notice if there's anything from the call or from the day that's coming to mind that looks unresolved, that looks like it isn't enough. It's not done until now. It's still open. It still needs a solution, a resolution. And whatever that is for you, could you just simply allow yourself to be in touch with the sense of that? It doesn't have to be relived. And then notice any underlying wanting, as well as any wanting to do anything with or about or against this. Any wanting to hold on or get rid of it. Also notice or welcome the sense of identity with it. The sense that this is personal, somehow about you or who you are or them and who they are or it. And then could you just allow yourself to let go, let that memory be as it was? And could you just actually notice what's really here now, beyond what was? And let's do this again. If there's anything from the call or from the day or from your life that seeks for attention inside of you right now, could you allow that to be here? And could you just simply allow yourself to be in touch with that? Whatever that is, a feeling or thought, memory, just a vague sense of something. And then could you just notice any underlying wanting, as well as any wanting to do anything with or about or against this? Any wanting to figure it out or hold it in place, or get rid of it, get it done. And then also notice or welcome any sense of identity with any of that. Any sense that's personal about you, them, or it. And then as best you can, could you just let that be as it was for now? and rest in the knowing that it either will come back to you if needed, or that it can be dissolved right here, right now. And once more, if there's anything from the day inside of you, or from the call, or from the Sedona-Methode, that looks unresolved for you, could you allow yourself to be in touch with the sense of that? And could you just simply allow for whatever that brings up inside of you? Thoughts, feelings, memories. And then also notice any underlying wanting. And any wanting to do anything with, about, or against this. Figure it out. Come back to it. Understand it. Make it real again. Hold it away. Hold it in place. Then also notice any sense that's personal about you or who you are, or them and who they are, or it and how it appears to be. And then could you just simply let that go? And notice that which is already here, already now, beyond any memory, allowing for any memory to happen, aware to it, yet completely unaffected by it. And then could you just simply be? Okay, everybody. I think that's the flow for today. We are done. So I wish you everybody a wonderful day or evening. And I hope to see you tomorrow. We have another support call on Sundays at 8 p.m. Central European time and 11 a.m. Pacific time. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Christoph. It
You're
was
welcome.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Christoph. It
Thank you.
just all of it just felt so deep and just very much appreciated. Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and your love.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening.
Same to you as well.
Mhm.